Hello, my hearties, Dinky-Doo. It's just me, Scottie McClue, and we're live streaming on YouTube just for you, podcasting big style. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've just joined us, lovely, lovely to have you with us, of course. I am the First Lord of the Internet, the world's top broadcaster, and the world's most humble man. So there's three excellent titles just to start off with, of course. And I thought I'd just pop up a little bit earlier today just to let you know what was what in the land of Scottie McClue. Now, as you all will well know, or the bulk of you will know throughout the world, we have been podcasting, live streaming at 8 p.m. British Summer Time. So that would be, I think, that would be 3 p.m. EDT, Eastern Daylight Time, and probably about 1 o'clock in the morning Pacific Time. Is that right? So there you are. So you might not all have seen the podcast, and therefore I thought I'd pop up and just keep you up to date. Emily Stables, hello, Scottie. What a nice surprise. Emily, bless you. Thank you for that. I thought people would like something just a little bit different today. And then we will, of course, go on at night and do our stuff. But lovely to have you with us. And we'll tell 10. Dinky-Doo, Scottie, how are you this afternoon? J-Dog, you are absolutely spot on the bell there. Fantastic. Very good. Good afternoon, Lord of the Internet, says John Jones. Hello, John Jones. Just a bit of a pop-up to say hi to everyone. And, of course, to remind everybody about tonight's show at 8 p.m. British Summer Time. Now, of course, you can browse the old website. Get yourselves onto Scottie McClue's YouTube channel, and you'll see about 700 videos for your education, edification, enjoyment, and delight. They're all there for you. But I thought if we could tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10, we've been very, very, very successful. We're only on podcast number 10 last night. So there we are. Scottie, I was that surprised by your pop-up. I nearly spilled my Earl Grey, says Andy Groves. What topics have we got for tonight? Emily, open house tonight, Friday night, you know. So there we are. So we do the lot. And we may even touch on the Clyde Steamers. Surprise, surprise. But you can always change the topic. Come on and do your stuff. And, of course, I have my trusty Skype. If you ever fancy a wee chat on here, that would be great. Just give us a bell, as they say. Do you like my in-chat? Give us a bell. Fantastic. Talking of which, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, tap the bell, all that. I'll just let everybody know that we're here because nobody will have a clue. And it takes a while to process the evenings because they're a couple of hours. So it's just gone up around 11 o'clock. We got last night's there. Get a wee bit of singing on the go, Scottie. Emily, I would love to. Copyright. Absolute no-no. As soon as anything musical comes on, everything goes berserk, you know, all that sort of stuff. So it's just not worth the risk. But very kind of you to say, I would turn it into a music show if it was me. But no, I wouldn't. People love to talk. There's plenty of music shows on the internet. So there we are. J-Dog says, I was told by someone about the kind words you said once I'd left for my din-dins. I thank you. Not at all, J-Dog. I was just saying how impressed I was by your manners and your sense of decency. So there you are. You can't say fairer than that unless you can't pronounce your F's or your TH's. If it's a live performance, it's okay. Yes, I know, Emily, but I just don't want to take the risk. I think, she says, no, you've got to remember, McClue looks very young, but I've been around the block a couple of times, and I'm finding out quite a lot about the internet. You know, I might just look 82, but I'm a lot older than that. So there we are. Fantastic stuff. So I think. So if we can do a little bit of sharing, guys, just let everybody know that McClue is here. Spread the word. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Bit of a surprise, bit of a gamble, but it doesn't matter. That's the thing. It just doesn't matter, you know. Everybody gets so hung up and, but what if? What if? And you think, it doesn't matter. Haha, you're still young, says Emily. I was on the Twitch Sings last night. Oh, yes. I mean, all that will be huge. There's absolutely no doubt about it. So I'm just going to go posting now, if I may, just letting everybody know what's going on right at this very second, which means we are live, and we'll have a different crowd, you see, to who we have at night, because the random pop-up, randomness, I'll change my teeth. Randomness is not easy to say. No, randomness is a wonderful, wonderful thing, because it just lets you know who is about. And of course, old actors like McClue need to be frightened. Oh, nobody's watching, stop! You know, that sort of idea. You soon get out of all that nonsense and you think, it doesn't matter. It's wonderful. There we are. I got the pop-up, but Jamie didn't. No, Emily. Jamie must get the pop-up. So there we are. Very, very important. We cannot have Jamie missing out on anything, because he is a real top man. And that's the long and the short of it, as they say. Right. Wonder where all that comes from. That's the long and the short of it. Well, at the end of the day, it's night. Yes, correct. So there we are. What have we got here? Lots and lots of lovely, lovely comments. Everybody's starting to join us now. People getting the hang of it. So, McClue's on quick. No, it's not until 8 o'clock. No, it's on now. Away. That's a great one, isn't it? Why do we say that? Why are we such doubting Thomases? You know, Mom, I won a prize in school today. Oh, you did not. No, I did. That's why I'm telling you. You know, that sort of idea. You know, for wee ones, they doubt us, don't they? Even close family, they doubt you. What is it you're hoping to do? I was hoping to do medicine. Medicine. I really trust you to take a spoonful of cough mixture. Where did that come from? You know, for goodness sake, what are you going to do? A musician? You'll be sleeping on a park bench. Where did that come from? You know, all that sort of idea. Just stop the doubting. Let people find out what is what. That's what I always say. Yes, that's what I always say. Now, I don't have an Earl Grey because I had one before I came up, and I didn't want to be caught on the hop, if you get my meaning. So I've got a large water. We'll do that. And guys, don't think this is instead of tonight. You know, I feel you get a double dose. You need a double dose of McClue. So we'll still be doing tonight. I'm just, sorry for kicking around the corner. What I'm doing is I'm just posting to let folk know that we are there. And obviously in a top operation, when I become a millionaire, I'll get the lovable lassie of the big switchboard to do this for me. And that will save all that nonsense. There we are. But we just have to do it. And if you do the same, then that's that. Can we have some likes, please? Can everybody click like and subscribe? If you've just joined me and you're wondering what on earth is going on, you're watching Scottie McClue. And we are, of course, live on YouTube just for you, live streaming. But this is a random pop-up early in the day. So we're a little bit sharp off the mark with this one today, but I shall be on at 8 p.m. British Summer Time. That's Greenwich Mean Time +1. There you are, you see. Oh, yes, I'm not just an athlete, you know. I am also a black belt in karaoke. Right, I'm going to share this. Now, I'm on an interesting site. If you don't get this right, they ban you. It's quite interesting. It comes straight back to you. They go, this was unsuitable. And you think, for no reason at all, of course. There we are. Right, what have I got there? Right, I'm going to try this and just see what happens. I shall see what happens. There we are. So pop that up and off we jolly well go. And then I'll flare that. You have to flare it. Arts and culture. Arts and culture. Are we arts and culture or are we comedy? What is what? I think we'll go for comedy. There we are, because it's funnier, I think. Yes? Everybody agree? Right, all done. That's gone off there. Everybody's having a good laugh here. A good pizza. I joined the stream and all I heard was you scream, "No, Emily!" Yes, I can't because Emily had told me that Jamie wasn't getting the stream. No! That's all you heard me screaming. Are you going insane in quarantine? No, a good pizza. You mustn't judge everybody by yourself. So there you are. You know, things that you experience doesn't mean everybody does. But try not to go insane during quarantine. And that's the best way. You know, I mean, I've been like this since birth, so I wouldn't worry. You're going insane during quarantine. I've been self-isolating for 60 years. Wonderful. Right. Lovely to have you with us, by the way. If you've just joined us, a very, very warm welcome. You're watching Scottie McClue, the first lord of the internet, the world's top broadcaster, and the world's most humble man. I always just pop that in for the ones that go, a wee bit full of himself there, you know. Yes, you just have to. You've got to tell these people because that's just their internal green-eyed monster, right? That's what's wrong with them. So there we are. The wonderful David Taylor. Good afternoon, Scottie. Now, David Taylor, I'm going to dedicate this podcast to you because you asked me, can you not just pop up during the day, Scottie, and give us a chance to see it? So there we are. So I have done. And of course, we upload them all to YouTube, so you can pick up on them later. You can identify as cultural comedy. I think Andy Groves, yes, arts and culture brackets comedy, or comedy brackets culture, because I am very cultured. I am such a cultured man. That's the stuff. Absolutely classically trained, you see. There we are. You know, as quick as I can give you a bit of jazz and a bit of blues, I can give you a touch of Mozart or Beethoven. Just a touch, mind you. People always ask me this, Scottie, why do you never play anything all the way through on the piano? And I think the main reason is that I don't know anything all the way through on the piano. You know, I think that's the stuff. So I give people a snippet. Guys, can we all like, if you're watching right now, can everybody like and have you subscribed? Please don't make me beg for subscribers. I've only got 2,100 subscribers. I think it's 2,120, but I do need subscribers because I want to get this thing on the go and get everybody knowing it's on and watching, spreading the word. Do you have Twitch? Yes, I do. Scottie_McClue, but I haven't done much with it. So there you are. But I did choose the other night that YouTube was the way ahead for Scottie. So there we are. Shelley B, thumbs up, Shelley B. Can everybody likety for Scottie McClue? That would be fantastic. Spread the word. I'm going to do a wee bit of sharing, guys. Yes, I don't know what that says. I'll have a look about that in a minute. Yes, there's all that. People come back to you with information when you're busy. You know, well, I don't know if you'd call this busy. Your own show, says a good piece of... Yes, I think your own show. Didn't you say you were offered a TV show? No, I offered them a TV show, but they were a bit sort of hesitant. It was the head scratching. I don't know if we're really looking for anything at the moment. You think, what are you doing? I'm going to say, this is not anything. It's a Scottie McClue. You know, I think part of the problem is they've got in their little dreaming head, television companies have got in their dreaming head, they're looking for something really glamorous. That's like, I remember one of the very, very senior people in ITV saying, we're not sure what we're looking for here, Scottie, but we'll know what we want when we get it. Now, I went on to work for 4 ITV stations, and I gave them what they knew, what they wanted when they got it, and they loved it. So, you know, that went down well. So, you know, my career to date has been a bit of a success story, you know, ups and downs, of course, but you have to deal with that, you know, but a bit of a success story. So they should think, hang on a minute, this is not just an old guy in a flat cap talking to me. This is Scottie McClue. He knows what he's doing. Ah, bingo. Right, so there we are. Excellent stuff, but they don't necessarily see it. The old saying, if Lou Grade had been alive today, Scottie McClue would never be off our television screens. You see? Because he got it. This is the man that brought us The Saint and what else did he bring us? All the Super Mario Nation, Thunderbirds, Fireball XL 5, Stingray, Joe 90, Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons. I mean, just outstanding. He brought us the Muppets to television, you know. Wonderful. So Scottie McClue would have been a walk in the park. He would have taken a look at me when I went in. He would have said, have a seat. He would have chatted, and so what have you got from me? I would say, well, Lou, I was thinking of just popping up and talking to the world. Okay. Same as you do on the YouTube. I said, yeah, same as I'm doing the YouTube. Big cigar. I'll take as much of it as you can give me, Scotty, all right? Let's talk money. And that would have been him. So there we go. Wonderful. Thank you, Lou. Very much appreciated. A wonderful, wonderful man. But he was showbiz. He was still dancing in his 80s. He could still do you the Charleston. Give us a thumbs up, guys. And he was very, very, very influential in the building of ITV and the ITV network. Tremendous stuff. But there you are. Little story for you all. Guys, I'm going on to share in another group. If you can all do some sharing, that would be absolutely fabulous. Likety light. Thanks, Shelley. Afternoon, Scotty. Didn't expect to see you at this hour. ABC. Nobody did. And I'm dedicating it to David Taylor because he hasn't been able to see the nights live because he works. So this is for him, you see. Wonderful stuff. We like that. Just going to share in a group. And I'll pop that on there. Fantastic. Group name. There we are. Lovely. Right, that's gone there. And we'll see how this goes, okay? Fingers crossed. You have to have faith, don't you? In Fidelis. Afternoon, Scotty. Fantastic. Good afternoon, everybody. Lovely to have you with us. Start sharing, of course. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that we are on big style. I'm just going to keep sharing, if I may, while we're talking. So what were we talking about? Emily, you mentioned something about music, that sort of thing. So there we are. So you're obviously right into music. I'm just going to share, again, in another big group. And this will put the word around, as they say. I love that, as they say. I wonder who they are. I've always wondered about that, you know. Well, you know what they say. Well, I don't know. Who are they again? Should we listen to what they say? You know, that sort of idea. We need to know who they are. Step one, who are they? Well, you know what they say. Oh, yes. We know what they say. Wonderful. We like that. Dinky-Doo, Scotty, is get prepared. Just changed my YouTube ID. What have you done with your accordion? It's here. You've changed it to Black Lives Matter. Well done. So there you are. Excellent stuff. I have my accordion here. Look, I can show you it. See? There we are. Fantastic. We'll maybe get a tune later. Who knows? Who knows how the wind blows? Remember to hit like. Yes, can everybody like when they're coming on? We need lots and lots and lots of likes. And we also need to just let everybody know that we're here. I think that's that. So that's what's going on. I'm doing a bit of sharing and we're chatting. You can all chat back to me. Wonderful, wonderful. And of course, you're not used to seeing me on at this time, but it's great to have you with us. Is it an accordion or a one button? What's it? It's a button key melodeon. That's, I think, how you would describe it. A button key melodeon. Excellent stuff. If you've just joined us, folks, a very, very warm welcome. You're watching Scottie McClue. If you're an alien life form from another planet, I can spell it for you. Capital S, small C, O, double T, I, E. That's the Scottie. Now the McClue, capital M, small C, capital C, L-U-E. That's the McClue, Scottie McClue, First Lord of the Internet, world's top broadcaster and podcaster, and, of course, soon to be the world's top podcaster and the world's most humble man. There we are. I tried to change my profile pic to Black Lives Matter, but YouTube doesn't let you change your profile picture on mobile, so I changed my Twitter and Instagram to Black Lives Matter. Good. And everybody follow Scottie McClue on Twitter at Scottie McClue. And you'll see we've uploaded last night for you. So there we are. It's there. I'm doing all the work for you guys. So make sure you spread the word. Tell 10 to tell 10. Word of mouth's a great one. And, of course, the more we build, the bigger the show. It's as easy as that. Right, I'm just sharing on different pages here. We're sharing another group. If you can do the same, share with all your Gamester pals, everybody that you know. Just say, are you watching McClue on YouTube? He's not on at the moment. No, he doesn't come on till 8 o'clock at night. No, I assure you he's on at home. No. 8 o'clock's when McClue pops. No. I assure you he is on now. Put on your YouTube and have a look. I don't think so. I think you must. So it is. Right. Right. So were you wrong and I was right then? I was surprised. I wonder if there's fewer dafties around in the daytime. ABC, of course. ABC says, excellent. Probably doing their homework. A good pizza, absolutely, yes. Everybody's doing their homework. No dafties. There's very much fewer dafties. There are fewer dafties. I better watch in case Gordon Robertson comes on. He's our resident grammarian, right? And he corrects me. He says, there's not less dafties, Scottie, it's fewer dafties. Sorry, Gordon. All that kind of idea. Share a post. I'm just going to share on LinkedIn because there's 10,000 people on there with Scottie McClue and about 12,000 I have in total on Facebook. I think that's rather good, isn't it? So we've got 6,000 on the Facebook page. Hang on a minute. I've exceeded my character limit, guys. Always doing this, very naughty. Right, my character limit. So I'm the only character on here. Wonderful. Right. There, that's that. What are we talking about? What have I exceeded it by? Then have you noticed you have to close down things to see your 23? Right. Where do I manage to lose 23? What shall I put? It's not easy. It's not easy to lose 23. I'm just looking where I could lose 23 from. Right, I'll just take this off at the moment. And it's quite good because I've just spotted a wee mistake. So that's always good. Right, looks like we're in business. And go. There we are. That's that shared, guys. We are in business. So there we are. What do you think of the popping up earlier? I mean, obviously people aren't used to it. And when is the best time? I used to do a 10 o'clock pop-up on Facebook, the Scottie McClue random pop-ups, but I thought that this was quite a good time. Sorry, Scottie, just realised it's a business music shop. Can't mention it. Fat place for all things musical. Yes, absolutely. We can't really go into that if that's okay with you. Just because it leads to problems and I have to edit stuff out. That sort of idea. I mean, obviously, really what you'll find is a lot of people will come advertising with Scottie McClue when we get moving and we will be sorted out and we'll get everybody on then. Then I can probably get, really good equipment and build up from there. So we're just building and building and building, guys. So anything you can do. If you've all subscribed, that's the best thing you do for me is subscribing, liking, and sharing. If you can like the stream, that would be absolutely brilliant. You know, what was it we used to say in Scotland when something was starting out? What did you think? It was okay. What do you mean it was okay? It was outstanding. I know, it was very good. I mean, it was absolutely brilliant. Well, as I say, it was pretty good actually. Yes, now that you mention it, it's like they're a wee bit slow to come out with all the old stuff. You know, as wee ones in Scotland, we didn't really get praised. You know, you were just told not to be stupid. Don't be so stupid. That was a stupid thing to do. Has anybody ever had that? Don't be stupid. That was a stupid thing to do. Get told that as a child. Oh, wow. It's shared successfully on here. It's just gone out to 10,000 people. We like that. So there we are. But when you settle on a site like I've settled on YouTube, you then have to start from scratch and rebuild. So that's why with the new series of podcasts, there's about another 700 of them there. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let me know what you're up to. How are you coping with the old lockdown? How are you coping with it? And I still never got an answer to my movie questions last night. And I think I should have done my movie question. What movie, very famous actors, was Just Do It? What line was that coming out for? So there we are. Very famous actor in it. Wonderful stuff. In fact, I could give you his initials, MC. What about that? Wonderful, wonderful. What was the movie question? Movie question, A Good Pizza, was what movie was there a high-powered meeting of intelligence chiefs, British intelligence chiefs, with some very famous actors, and a question got asked at the end. The new boss, the guy that was supposed to be taking over as the boss, very ambitious, he called him in at the end because he didn't like him. And he said, right, the character's first name of the one he didn't like was John. Black Lives Matter, you've got it in one, right? And he said, I want a report of all meetings. And he said, does that include this meeting, sir? Just do it! What movie was that from? So there we are. I want to know what movie that was from. And the other movie question, who'll have a drink with Jock? Now, I think you will never get that one, but I would love if you did. Who'll have a drink with Jock? So there we go, guys. So do tell. Anybody got any ideas about that? Who'll have a drink with Jock? Yes, it was indeed Black Lives Matter. It was Michael Caine. That was the actor, the wonderful Michael Caine. It wasn't the Italian Jobs. You're only supposed to blow the bloody dolls off. So there we go. Wasn't the Italian Job, which I love. And I can remember being at a showbiz party, and I said, who's the gent in the corner? And he told me who he was. And he said, he's a great guy, he was a great film editor. And he said, he edited the Italian Job. And I went over and I said, have you got a minute? He said, I've got all the time in the world. We had a great chat. Lovely, lovely man. So that was him. Fantastic. Yes, lol, says Black Lives Matter. So you've got the actor. Now we need to know the movie. Right, very good. Any more likes, please? Like you like. And if there's a couple of subscribers who haven't quite yet subscribed, a couple of wee naughty people, come on now. There we go. Excellent. Get yourselves subscribing because I do need subscribers. I've got a couple of thousand at the moment, and that needs to shoot up. That needs to be 10,000. But I think if we got another 1,000, if we get up to 3,000 and then 4,000, we'll build organically. One of the many things I'm loving about the YouTube streams, And there's a wee funny turn there. The took a wee turn. The YouTube streams is that it's genuine organic growth, so there's no sorts of huge, massive fluctuation. You know, people are coming along. If they like what they see, they'll stay, and if they don't, they'll go. And I like that because I can then say to people that come on complaining, why don't you do this? That's why. Why'd you watch? Why are you watching? Ask yourself that. And once you actually face them with the question, we will sort out the wheat from the chaff. We will lose the dafties. The idiots will go. They will fade away, and we will be talking amongst ourselves to the intelligentsia, to the big thinkers, the sky blue thinkers. That's you guys. I do not have one single idiot on here at the moment. I love that. Fantastic. So there you are. So now you know. The other thing is, don't think, just because it's me sitting chatting, don't think that each live stream is the same. I used to hear people on the radio that go, I enjoy your show, but it's kind of the same every night. See, it's never, ever, ever been the same 2 nights running. But it's kind of the same, mate. No, there's nothing the same. The other one used to, when I was having a discussion with an advertiser, and I would keep the audience figures to the end of the discussion and say, well, I mean, there's some great shows on there. Your show is no sort of like the best show. There's many other shows I could be advertising. And I said, yes. I say, why? Well, because of your audience. I've heard your audience. I said, no, you haven't heard the audience. You've heard 1 or 2 callers. You haven't heard the audience. The audience are massive. And then I would show them the audience figures. Ooh, so I should be putting my advert in the Scottie McClue show then? Yes. Now you're getting it. The penny's dropping. Where does that come from, the penny's dropping? Was it the $1 billion brain, 1967? No, Black Lives Matter. It wasn't. So there you are. Did that include a meeting of high-powered intelligence chiefs? See if you can work that one out. It's a superb movie, by the way. You'd love it. It keeps you going right to the end. No spoilers on here. We don't do that. So there are lol, Black Lives Matter's giving it lol. Lol, Black Lives Matter. I'm going to have a chat with you guys on here on Super Chat. Let me just go back. What were we doing there? And I'll get on to there's Super Chat. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, hi, everyone. Thank you for, this will come up for you, for joining me. Thank you for joining me in this earlier random pop-up podcast. Right, have I done that? Hi, everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much. Is that old-fashioned now? Thank you very much. That's kind of me, isn't it? Thank you very much for joining me in this earlier random pop-up podcast. Dinky-Doo. You can only put 200 in your message. I see 200 words. Dinky-Doo. Right, and I'm going to send that out. Then you guys should get that. Let me know if you can see it. So there we go. Black Lives Matter says, I'm scratching my head out here, trying to figure this movie out. You don't spell heed H-E-E-D. You spell heed H-E-I-D. So you're scratching your heed. Your heed. There you are. Yes. Heed would be never heed. Like if I'd never heeded that. Trying to figure the movie out. Black Lives Matter, you will get it because you're a very, very clever person. So, you will get it. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much. Oh, this is my own comment I'm reading. What a state. No, it's wonderful. This is from Scottie McClue. You've maybe heard of him. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me in this earlier random pop-up podcast. Dinky-Doo. So that's gone straight up there. Fantastic. And did we agree last night what we should have the chat on? Is it live chat or it's all super chat, isn't it? Well, there's a wonderful Emily Stables Fantastic. Top chat. I've got top chat. Do we want live chat? Is that good? Is that better if we do live chat? There we are. That's it, done. Fantastic. Now, Black Lives Matter, you keep scratching your head. Thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up. Let's have a like, a massive like. And can everybody share to say, I am watching Scottie McClue right now, live on YouTube? Yes, do get the message out there. Wait a minute, we haven't twittered, have we? We haven't tweeted. Let's tweet to let everybody know now. That's interesting. Yes, the tweet. What do we do, please? I'm looking for hashtags for the tweet. Can anybody give us hashtags for the tweet? Here's Robert Stringer. Lovely to have you with us. Hello, Scottie. My favourite alternative chat host. Bless you, Robert. Tough one to work out, though, this film. It is a tough one. That's why I've done it. Nobody said life was easy, Robert. And you and McClue and every single one of you has probably had huge challenges in your life. All right? Huge challenges. So we're going to do it. Is it the whistleblower? No. Fantastic. So there you are. Shelley B, I missed the movie question. May I ask for the info again? Shelley, a lady like you asking so beautifully. Of course you can have the info again, right? The movie has a very famous actor. His initials are MC. Black Lives Matter has already spilled that stands for Michael Caine, all right? Wonderful actor. So, outstanding actor, outstanding movie actor. Anyway, it's a brilliant, brilliant movie. Thank you, kind sir, says Shelley. I thank you, madam. And thank you, ma'am. Thank you kindly, ma'am. And anyway, so wait till I get this to you. There's a high-powered meeting of intelligence chiefs. And at the end of it, the guy who's hoping to take over to run the intelligence service, to be the new head of service, asks John, the character played by Michael Caine, to stay behind. And then he says he wants to put him on the spot because he doesn't like him, because the guy's so good at his job, he's probably a threat to the guy who's wanting to be the boss. So this scenario comes up. It's not just the intelligence services. This comes up in life, doesn't it? Anyway, so you've got that, and you've got the two of them in the room, big room, London, and he says to them, I want a report of these meetings on my desk. And he said, does that include this meeting, sir? Says Michael, and he went, just do it, right? And storms off. All right, so that's it. What is it? Shelley B's put the Impress file. That would actually be the IPCRES file. No, it is not the IPCRES file. Another fantastic movie, another fantastic film with Michael Caine. Shelley B, Michael Caine, superb actor. Even his interviews are class. Did you see the one about film acting? And the director had said, he said, I can just move an eyebrow or a look or something. And the director said, I want even less. And then he said, what about this? He said, I want even less. And he said to the director, if I do even less, I'll be doing nothing. And he said, that's what I want. That's what I want. I can't remember the actual story. He obviously tells it quite brilliantly. Wonderful, wonderful man. Sorry, wild guess. No, Shelley B, it wasn't a wild guess. You were just too quick off the mark. Take your time. His actor's masterclass even told how he had to darken his blonde lashes. And he had another actor who's a very sort of aristocratic-styled actor, and they were in something together, and Michael Caine started on their first day. He said to him, are you going to do Cockney or shall I posh up? And the guy said, no, I can do Cockney. He said, let's hear your Cockney then. He said, oh, he said, no, forget that, I'll posh up. Hush up. I love it. Got the fright of my life there. There's nobody in the house and the door slammed. It must be the wind and too much toast. Power of the eyes. I can watch him in Zulu without clocking his mascara. Oh, Shelley B. I mean, all these things. And what about Stanley Baker and that wonderful, wonderful Welsh singer, Ivor Emmanuel? Man of Harlech, stand you steady. Outstanding. Ivor Emmanuel, the first time I heard his voice, I thought, this is just something else. This is big. And of course, I then had to go and get CDs of him and everything. And I found out just the stuff that man had done. Ivor Emmanuel. So there we are. Bass baritone singer. Fantastic. I would play it. If I could, I would play it. Fantastic. Yes, terrific, says Shelley B. It is. It's outstanding. More likes, please, everybody. And can you subscribe if you've just joined us? You're watching Scottie McClue, a random pop-up, just to say hi to every single one of you. Fantastic. Right, you're not helping me with this tweet. So let's get this movie, guys, please. Let's see if we can get this one away today. And I have asked an alternative, or a supplementary, as they call it in Parliament. The supplementary is, which movie contains the line, who'll have a drink with Jock? There we are. Which movie contains the line, who'll have a drink with Jock? Fantastic. Right. I need to get on with this, guys. I've got to send out a tweet. It's remembering all that stuff, isn't it? It's wonderful. All our social media stuff. So I'm needing lines for the tweet. Yes, terrific, terrific. So Shelley B, absolutely, Shelley. Wonderful. So we can help with that. So we still want the line, just do it. That's the line we're after. And the other line is, who'll have a drink with Jock? I haven't got the Scottie McClue badge on here. I'll have it ready for tonight, if I can remember. Fantastic. Right, what are we putting in here? More chat. Come on, guys. Podcast. There we are. Lovely. Lovely. That's excellent. I'm just doing a bit of this. As I say, the lovable lassie will do this when we get going. Yes, absolutely terrific. Any more luck on the film question? See if you can get that one. And the other one, of course, which I've asked before, some of you might know, is a little bit of a brain teaser here. What do I mean when I say my eyes have a cold nose? This is not me talking. This is another gentleman. My eyes have a cold nose. What does he mean by that? Wonderful. See if you can get that one right. Let's get some guessing going. Fantastic. This is beautiful, this. We'll just get this on the go. Broadcasting. And shall I put live now? Yeah. Yes, I will. Scottie McClue is broadcasting live now on YouTube. There we are. Click the link. Right, that's it. Okay. Wonderful. Right. So I just need to change this 2 seconds, guys. And I'll be with you. Right. Lovely. What happened there? All right. And then I'll put in, what I'll do is I'll put in one or two of your favorites just to get everything going. Wonderful. How does this come up? Can anybody tell me, what do you get when you've clicked the link and tapped the bell? What do you get? What comes up notification-wise? Spill, I say. Right, I'm just going to pop this in. Let you see if you can all see it. I'm putting stuff into the tweet, so if you have any suggestions for the tweet, that would be great. That would be superb. Yes. Right, I'll send this out just now and then see what comes. Fantastic. Okay, I think we're just about there. Just a quick edit with my old newscaster eye. Off we jolly go. Right, I've tweeted on. I'll let you know who watches it. I'll give you the numbers. I'll let you know what's what. I think I've got it, Scotty. Black Lives Matter says, A Bridge Too Far with Sean Connery. Cracking film. No! It is a cracking film, fantastic. My father was dropped in as a paratrooper to Nijmegen to hold the bridge. And what you're talking about is the bridge at Arnhem. Yes, Operation Market Garden. Major John Frost, Jack Frost with the umbrella, and General, now let me get this right, General Urquhart. Yes, General Urquhart, who was a Scottish general, an absolute top man. General Urquhart was in command at Arnhem. So there you are. And lived for a long, long time out in central Scotland. Wonderful man. They are General Urquhart. I remember General Urquhart. Yes, wonderful stuff. So there you are. Tremendous. Sean Connery played General Urquhart. Superb. And my father, you know, I think I put a picture up of my father as a paratrooper. Fantastic. Scotty, what do you think about the riots and the protests in America? Liam, I'm much saddened by it. And I think there's been a lot of divisive talk coming out from the top down. I really do, but I'm very much saddened by it and very sorry to see it. I don't think it does any good at all. And I think it's disrespectful in the situation over what happened. You know, I think it is just shocking. So there's a lot of just wee crims and vandals running about, jumping off the back of what's really important here. You know, absolutely. And I don't know if you saw the wonderful Barack Obama stepping in. Tremendous stuff. So there we are. But I think that every leader, you know, it's only weak leaders that follow the divide and rule. You know, strong leaders unite. Weak leaders divide. You should tweet Hibs for the cup. The water relief, I think I've popped Hibs in there, but I haven't said Hibs for the cup. You've just reminded me of a very funny story there, actually. And it's a guy, he arrives at heaven. He chaps on the gates to heaven. St. Peter appears, says, can I help you? He says, I'm wanting in. He says, why should I let you in? He goes, because I'm dead. I'm dead. He says, you can't just come in here because you're dead. You've got to have done something brave. He said, I went down to Celtic Park on Saturday and I went up to the Celtic end, and I sang at the top of my voice, Rangers for the Cup. And he said, ooh, said St. Peter, that's very brave. In you come. He said, when did you do this? He says, just 2 minutes ago. Is that not gorgeous? So there you are, a wee song for you. So there we are. Spot on, Scotty. There we are. Thank you, Black Lives Matter. I hear they're planning to scrap the Waverley. So the Waterleaf, stop it. This is complete nonsense, guys. This is fake news pouring out of Waterleaf's gob, right? Because he's trying to wind up a lovely guy that comes on and stands up for the wonderful old paddle steamer Waverley, which is being fully restored with new boilers and everything at cost of several £1 million. Was it £2 million? So this is it. And Waterleaf is trying to cause trouble. So completely ignore his comment. So there we are. We've just ignored you, Waterleaf. So there we are. It's not fair. Remember, this is a massive, massive, massive site. So we want the truth out here. Shelley B says, Waterleaf is at it. Waterleaf is at it. Big style, Shelley. But I don't think anyone is fooled. So there we go. Just a lot of nonsense. Wonderful stuff. Are you enjoying our little random pop-up, guys? Just for a wee laugh. You know, I thought it's worth it for a bit of fun, isn't it? Just to say hi. And also to let you know that we are on tonight at 8 o'clock sharp. So make sure you be there or be square and tell 10 to tell 10 in advance. Start sending around. Shelley B says, I love the Waverley. She's beautiful. Absolutely. And Shelley B, the little boat that I used to work on called the Ashton, she now resides at Sprotborough. There we are, over by Doncaster. I couldn't imagine ever scrapping a marvellous landmark of a heritage of industrial revolution of the Clyde. Absolutely. The poor old Comet has apparently been condemned at Port Glasgow. I hope they can do something about that. I must look that up, so Shelley B. Do, Shelley B. Yes. So there you are. A little boat, and she sits at Doncaster. She was called the Wire Lady. I don't know if she's changed her name or anything like that, but when I was on her, she was the Ashton. She's just a little vessel, and you'll see two little square toilets standing up at the stern. So there we are, wonderful. And she sits at Sprotborough, which, as you know, is a beautiful part of the world. And I think, am I not right in saying Sir Walter Scott wrote part of the Waverley novels at Sprotborough? Isn't it a small world? And am I not right in thinking that Douglas Bader's mother, when she was widowed, married the vicar of Sprotborough, Jessie Bader? Check that out, Shelley, if you don't mind, and tell me if I'm right or wrong. So there we are. See if you can do. That's your homework for this afternoon, Shelley. So there are a wee bit of research to see if McClue's right or wrong. Fantastic stuff. So there you go. Sprotborough. And as I say, it's a beautiful part on the river there. And I'm sure, can you do cruises into Doncaster from there? Scotty, my Bible's changed. Some of the scriptures don't make sense now and are rendered useless. The work of the devil, I say. I don't know what you're up to there, Waterleaf. Have you had any wee hallucinations or anything today? Anything like that? Any sweats? You know, you seen any dragons? I'll have a nosy on Google, thanks. No, do, Shelley B. Let me know what gives. That would be tremendous. Guys, can we all share? I'm just going to share with some more groups and just let them know what's going on here, because I do know, I firmly believe that this show is going massive, because It's just different. And I'm not blowing any trumpets when I say there's nothing else like it online. There's nothing else like it on television or radio. Isn't that fantastic? Because when people say, what's your show about? I say, Chat, Scottie McClue. I mean, yeah, but what's it actually? What's it about? Say it's about people interacting with Scottie McClue. Who's your target audience? Who's it suitable for? Everyone, everybody can enjoy Scottie McClue. There need to be something wrong with you if you didn't. I'm trying to get a flavour. Well, watch the show and get a flavour. I love these people. There we are. Jinx, so much happened on the Clyde since my dad once worked at Yarrows. The shipbuilders, absolutely, and the Yarrows, of course, were an actual lovely family. Still about. Sir Harold Edgar Yarrow was the chairman of the Clydesdale Bank. Tremendous stuff. Wonderful. What about that? And of course, his son. Yarrows were originally a Thames shipbuilding company, and they found at the height of the Industrial Revolution that Scotland was so much better. Less crowded, better access, more water, better access to steel and to coal, which kept all the furnaces going to make the steel for shipbuilding, and the iron as well. So Yarrows moved up to Scotland. That not fantastic? And stayed in Craigend Castle. It's now a ruin, but if you ever walk round Mugdock and Mugdock Castle, there's a walk which takes you further down. I think they've got boards on it because the land's a bit boggy, a bit marshy, and you can walk up to Craigend Castle. And that was the Yarrows house at one time. Wonderful, wonderful old house. You can see the Port Corsair still exists, the front porch where the carriages would go under to drop people off so they didn't get soaked. Have I done this? Yes. Oh no, wait a minute. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong. I haven't put the name of the group up. There, now you're talking. Right. I'll put it into that one just now, and I shall post. We're spoiled for choice on here. Jings, so much as that. Yes, Black Lives Matter. Any luck with the film quiz, guys? Anybody get any ideas? Do say, do tell, do spill, do say what is what. So there we are. It does star Michael Caine. Outstanding movie. Outstanding actor, of course. I'll just put another one up there and let everybody know that we're live now. Fantastic, because things are changing all the time on here. Have you noticed? There we go. There we go. Wonderful. Wonderful. Right. Posting that one, guys, just to let everybody know what's happening. And, of course, we shall be on tonight at 8 o'clock sharp. That's really interesting, Scotty. I wonder if there's any connection to the Clydesdale Tower Lift of the Glasgow Garden Festival in '88. I don't know. I don't know the background to that because Clydesdale follows the river. The Clydesdale Bank, which started in 1838, I think I'm right in saying. Started in 1838. And then there was a bank called the North of Scotland Bank, all up the northeast. And it united with the Clydesdale Bank. And then you had the Union Bank. And the Union Bank united with the Bank of Scotland. You had the National Bank, and the National Bank united with the Commercial Bank, and they became the National Commercial. And I think the National Commercial united with the Royal Bank of Scotland, and you had the British Linen Bank, and the British Linen Bank united with the Bank of Scotland. So you had all these. You used to see on the doors of shops, Clydesdale's a type of horse. So the Waterleaf, it is indeed Waterleaf. It is a Shire horse. So there we are. I'm not saying they're shyer than any other horses, but they are Shire horses. The heavy horses, beautiful, the Clydesdales, with the big feathery feet. The big feathery fetlocks. We love it. Absolutely beautiful. So you had all these banks in Scotland. Scotland was the home of banking. And because you had William Paterson and the Darien or Darien scheme that went a bit wrong. But Scotland also founded the Bank of England. You see, so anything great that's happened in the world, you can usually trace it back to Scotland in some shape or another, or for the benefit of Shelley there, to Yorkshire or to Lancashire. And Lanarkshire, Clydesdale, was out along the banks of Clyde. So there we are. So central Scotland and Lanarkshire. Clydesdale's a type of horse, yes, absolutely. But the Clydesdale, the dale of the River Clyde. The source is high up in Lanarkshire. It's just a wee ditch, I believe, the actual source. Then, of course, it goes right out to the Firth, right down to the Kintyre, the end of the Kintyre Peninsula, the Firth of Clyde. Wonderful, wonderful setup. Right, I think it's push-off time for me. What a privilege it's been to do a random pop-up and say hi. Thank you so much to all of you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you have a gorgeous afternoon. And what we'll do is I shall see you all tonight at 8 o'clock sharp, 8 until 10. Be there, be square. Until then, from me, Scottie McClue, have a lovely afternoon. Ta-ra, loves. Ta-ra, lads. Dinky-Doo.